Hello, everybody. It's Steve Walker and Ron Cole from Collinson Hall. We're here to discuss the September 2023 housing market in sunny St Albans. Well, it's sunny today. And hey, guess what, Ron?
Yes, what?
I just read some good news in the Evening Standard.
Oh, did you?
I did, yes. The stock market is doing well, and they're saying good things about the housing market and interest rates and all things like that. We haven't had that for a while, so
No, it's good to hear in press.
hopefully that sense of positivity ripples through. Talking to our mortgage guy the other day, Richard, he was telling me we've had, was it 6 interest rate drops since the beginning of August, and you wouldn't know it, would you, from the headlines? I mean, if interest rates had gone up, we would have had a headline every single day, but it just doesn't seem to hit the mark when it's good news. Anyhow,
no,
we're here to talk about the property market.
Yes.
What's it looking like?
So I think it's probably interestingly surmised by your comment about interest rates. So it's easy to understand or read the negatives, and I'm in the position I'm sitting in today, there's plenty of positives, Steve. So I can tell you the kind of negotiations that we're having this week is detached houses at 700,000, bigger detached houses at just around about £2 million, flats at 500,000, and we're seeing a real keenness from our vendors to get to market. So I would say that the September housing market is busier than the August housing market, which was affected by seasonality, but pretty positive from where I'm sitting today.
Good to hear. And is this all central St Albans? Is it across the region that we deal with? How are you seeing the regional differences?
It's a great question, actually, and we're lucky enough to be based in central St Albans on Victoria Street, but we are also very lucky to serve our outlying areas and villages incredibly just as well. So I can tell you quite a lot of the business and offers that we've been taking have been in Bricketwood, Park Street, Chiswell Green, and our outlying areas. They're representing pretty reasonable value for money, Steve, if we're looking for a semi-detached house to start our family or grow our family in. And I've got to be honest with you, it's a very, very busy market just outside St Albans as well.
No, that's interesting to hear. And I mean, talking about families and people having families, are we seeing that people are staying locally, or are they moving away from St Albans at the moment?
Yeah, so lots of our St Albans folk, for instance, our 2-bedroom Cavendish Avenue, are trying to stay as close as they possibly can to the route. So a Cavendish 2-bed might become an Albion Road 3 or a Woodstock Road South 4. But it's interestingly that those people from Woodstock Road are looking to get outside of town a bit more, open space, more potential to extend and so on. But what we generally find with St Albans folk is they don't stray too far from the patch that they love, and you can understand why we're here. So a lot of activity from central St Albans going out to the outlying villages and surrounding areas.
Okay, it's not always that way, is it? And sometimes there'd be a different trend with people moving away. So it's good to hear people are staying locally.
Well, what does that say about the area, Steve? It says that there's excellent local schools if your kids are of schooling age. Transport links will be sandwiched between 2 or 3 of the busiest motorways in the UK, aren't they? The M25, the M1, and the A1 is just a little bit behind us. So, yeah, what more could you ask for, really?
No, absolutely. And I think it can be affordability, which is the constraint rather than anything else. I mean, of which coming back to the point about interest rates and discussions with our mortgage broker, have you touched on with Richard about affordability and people having a look at the offers that are available at the moment?
You know what? I think because of what you would turn on when you go onto the BBC website, you go into a multitude of websites, you're going to see interest rates at 6.5–7% of what they call an average. That could well be true that there's a lot of those deals out there. But talking to him just the other day, and as you alluded to at the beginning of this chat today, Steve, there's some really competitive interest rates. So there's a particular lender that was 4 and a bit the other day. So when we're talking to our vendors, they're really, really keen, and we're in a position where we can offer completely free, impartial advice, and a lot of our vendors are taking us up on it. as is our purchasers, because the more information that you look for, the more information you find. And I've got to say, Steve, some of it's pretty positive, especially in the last few days. It's been really, really positive as well for some of our landlord clients who are looking to remortgage their investments. And they were absolutely on the back foot, feeling really, really negative up until the last week or so, when things started to change around in that sort of marketplace as well. So, to be honest with you, have a look out there. There is some amazing information that's completely free and easy to come by.
No, that's good. It does sound like there's some more positive news coming down the rails on the housing market, which is great. And I think that, you know, that positive vibe gives people confidence, doesn't it? And, you know, we'll turn the corner and off we go again. And it will be, you know, it could be a very interesting few months.
I think so. You know, generally this time of year, it's the September market, the autumnal months. Although you wouldn't tell today because it's a lovely day with a lovely weekend planned. It's you know, the kids are back and people are out there, you know, getting through the doors, coming into the office in the drives across the weekend. I've never been busy with the walk-ins, but you know, it's a very, very busy time of year.
Yeah. Well, look, thanks very much, Ron. I know you're busy, but thanks for your time today. Speak to you again soon.
Welcome. Pleasure as always, Steve. Thanks very much.